welcome to Nerd Jock Gaming on the Nerd Jock Nation YouTube channel. Right now we are doing the days 1 through 4 on the Queen's Bounties. As you can see right now we are doing the very first one, and they're medium to hard to beat. I would recommend a fire team of at least 2, but since you can do it public with other people from the public, it does make it easier, but they are extremely hard to beat. And as you may notice fighting them, that the new captains, their shields regenerate a lot faster than captains that we have seen before. Also, Scorch captains, which are new to the bounties, you can pick up their guns, which hold 10 rockets each and will fire like a cannon. And if you fire and hold it down correctly, you can even make it turn into a grenade after it has been fired. So, as you can see, these are quite long missions, and you may have to wait 15-30 minutes for one to spawn in, unless you're lucky and you come up right as one starts, but most of the time that doesn't happen. So during this video we are going to show you where to go on all of the bounties and how to beat the bosses that you have to. As you can see, this first boss is located in the Forgotten Shores underneath that little building, and where it has that bridge. He will spawn over there or on the other side of the map. So you have to be careful and watch, because they don't always spawn in the same areas. So as of right now, you will notice that while we're killing him, how fast the shield will regenerate. It must be something new to the House of Wolves with the faster regeneration of shields. I'm not quite sure why, but their shields generate a lot faster than what they did before. This is probably one of the harder ones to beat. There are 2 captains that you have to kill during days 1 through 4. And they seem to have the most health and are harder to beat because of their shields. The next one is a servitor in the Skywatch and a drag on Venus, and then there's another captain. And those are the 2 hardest to beat. Day 5 will also be a captain, but it will not be featured in this video because it has not come out yet. Now after you beat them, you will see that there's an ether key that you can go, and there will be a chest that will give you rare or possibly legendary engrams for the House of Wolves. Now, most of the time you're probably going to get rare engrams or special weapon synthesis. Sometimes you'll even get heavy synthesis from it. It will just depend. Now here we are at the Skywatch, waiting for the boss to spawn in. There they are, and once they spawned in, sometimes they'll be up in this area, and they can also be over there where I'm pointing the gun right now. They'll spawn in over there, but they can also spawn in over here, and there's also a third place that they can spawn in at, but I haven't seen them spawn there yet. And this boss is a lot easier to take down because he doesn't have a shield, so if you just keep hitting him with shotguns and heavy ammo, he goes down pretty fast. Now there are more waves with this boss that you have to fight, which makes these bounties take quite a bit longer than what most people would probably like because of the length of how strong the bosses are or how many waves. So, and these missions also do give a good preview into the House of Wolves, which is very good, and I think it helps promote it very well. I also believe that these cannons you will be able to use during the Prison of Elders and the House of Wolves. Now, I'm not sure how it will work, if it will work the same way it works now or a little bit different, but I'm pretty sure that they'll still be in the House of Wolves. As you can see, these how many waves there are for this boss. It was a lot more than the boss on the Forgotten Shores. They're also quite strong too, especially this one, the servitors, because there's a lot more servitors on this one. There's the boss right there. The servitors seem to be stronger on the House of Wolves and seem to have better aim than the servitors that will not be featured on the House of Wolves. I think that's because this is for the preview, and because the House of Wolves is going to have, light level 34, which means stronger enemies, so it all makes sense. And as you can see, this boss doesn't have a shield, so if you just keep hitting him pretty heavily with ammo, he'll go down pretty fast. Like, this one goes down a lot faster than the other one, because we've already beat him. Now we go and find the chest after you beat that, and it's up there. It will either spawn in. It can also spawn anywhere on the map. This seems to be the most common place that I've ever had it spawned, but you never know. Now here we are in Venus, waiting for the Venus ones, and they have just spawned in. And for the Venus ones, they'll spawn in most of the time, like right here behind this rock. This seems to be the most very common place. I have yet to see them spawn in somewhere else other than back there. Now this one is a captain, so he's kind of harder to kill because he will have a shield on him too. But it does make it easier the more people you have, like I was saying. The more people you have shooting arc weapons, the easier it is to kill him. Now this one also does have a few waves, and this captain is also invisible, which is, I'm guessing, part of the House of Wolves thing where they'll have invisible captains. I'm not sure now. As you can see, these are quite difficult enemies. If they can capture you in a corner, they'll knock you out pretty fast, as you just saw. Luckily, you can usually get away from them fast enough, but the stealth captains are one of the harder enemies, I think, going to be in there just because we've never seen them before, and they're very hard to see. So not only will there be stealth vandals, but now there will also be stealth captains, which will make it interesting during the Prison of Elders, during the Fallen part. We'll see how that plays into that when it comes out. Now, as you can see here, it does take many waves, like I was saying, for it to come in. And it does take quite a while. There's the captain right there that you're supposed to kill. Now, if you can get him, once you get his shield down, he's pretty quick to take out, but his shield regenerates extremely fast. Like you just saw it there. It will generate in a matter of seconds if you are constantly hitting him. So you've got to keep constant fire rate on him all the time if you want to knock him out quicker. If not, he's just going to keep going invisible and getting his shield back, and it may take 15 minutes just to kill that one enemy. But if you are constantly firing on him, you can knock him down pretty fast, especially using snipers and shotguns. He goes down pretty fast, especially when they're arc damage. And then you go and you find the chest, which is, it sometimes can be down there, which it is this time, and it can also be up to where that one captain spawns in if you were running the Winter's Run mission. It can also spawn in there. Now, as you can see, we're going to go and we're going to wait and we're going to try to, we're going to go to the other side of the map, to the Satels, and we're going to do the last bounty for the day 4, which is where you have to kill the drag up here. He's probably one of the easiest to beat, but you do have to fight him up on a platform, and if he does fall off, he will respawn back up on top of the platform. You'll see in a little bit what I mean by that. And here we are on the last bounty, and the drag is coming soon once we take out all the enemies that come with them, which there are several waves that you have to go through to get to him. Now, whenever you eventually do get to him, he is a very easy boss himself to get rid of, but the enemies that come with him are quite annoying, and they can be quite strong. So we're gonna take out all these enemies, and then we'll take him out and get to the chest. It's probably one of the best parts to it. Now, the downside of this is that it seems to spawn up next to these Minotaurs, which are only level 20, but all the enemies combined and them shooting at you will overrun you. And it is very annoying with them being up there, but I guess you just gotta make do with it. And looks like you're almost to them. I think this is the next to last wave. This is probably the hardest wave because every enemy that comes down is invisible, whether it's a captain or vandal. It is invisible. So once we take them out and the captain out, we should get to the boss finally. Maybe. Let's see if this will have him in it. And I think he has come in. There he is right there. That's the boss, and it looks like he's going to end up going over the edge. And don't worry, if he does while you're killing him, he'll come back up on top. So don't jump down there. Worry about it, because he will come back. Now, it looks like I'm about to die, and I just did. Now, don't worry, it's going to happen. You're going to end up dying at some point during the mission, such as how it seems to be, because of you do get overrun sometimes, and there's not much you can do about it. But once you get back up here, you can take him out pretty easy. Just take out all his little assistants, which are probably the most annoying part. And it looks like I have died again, but we should take him out pretty soon once I get back in. And I mean, it is annoying with the enemies that you have to face, and that it's annoying because you just really want to take him out, but his enemies that come with him, you just have to take them out too. I guess that's just part of it. But we've almost got him down, and you see he fell in there. He should spawn back up in here, right there as he is, and we should get him right now. There he goes. And once you get rid of him and all his minions, that chest will spawn in, which may be anywhere in the area. Not quite sure where it's at this time, but sometimes it will be over there, and it could be over there, and sometimes it's over here, so you just gotta look for it. The easiest chest to find is probably the one in Skywatch, because I've had it pop up in the same spot 5 times in a row. So it seems to be the easiest from what I've seen. But I think that chest is over there right now. So all you have to do is just run over there and hope that you may get something legendary that could become something from the House of Wolves. And this was Nerdshot Gaming on the Nerdshot Nation YouTube channel.